Good morning, welcome back to Deep Blue Garage. We haven't worked on the truck very much lately. Been pretty busy with life, work. But today I'm gonna get the bed taken care of, at least a lot of it taken care of. As you remember, there's rust there, so I've got a patch panel for that. There's some rust there, got a patch panel for that. Need to fill in all these holes, which we're gonna weld shut and then sand them down. There was also the big dent that was in the bed. Got that closed up. It had a crack or a cut in it from when something heavy was dropped on it or something. But I got that pounded in, closed up, so I'll weld that. Got a bunch of pinholes I'm gonna weld up. Probably weld a lot of them from the backs from this side, just so that it'll look nicer on the other side, which it's gonna end up getting rhino lined or raptor lined, so it's not too big of a deal, but still wanna not have a bunch of holes because they will come back. Also found when, let's see if I can, let me get a light real quick. Right in there. So I need to get that brace. Need to either find one and order it or make one, because I need to replace that. Same thing on the other side, which the other side's in pretty good shape overall. Just need to get those, all the clips out, but there's not really any rust repair on the other side that I need to do, except for right here. So there's a little bit right there. I've got some sheet metal that I'll make a repair there. And then there's some work that needs to be done on this seam right here. There's a little piece that's missing right there. I'll weld a new piece in there. Same thing on the other side. And then I need to put a new piece right there. But overall, it's in pretty good shape. I guess I got a couple little holes that somebody made right there. Not sure why, but they're there, so we'll fix them. And then the biggest ones, I think the biggest one is right inside there, getting the new bed mount hole made. I think I need to put some tubing in there, and then I'll get a piece of sheet metal and make a new hole with the square so that it holds the carriage bolt. I'll have to figure out how I'm going to do that. I doubt that I'll get to that today because I don't think I have any round tubing that I can use for the hole. Definitely don't have anything thick enough that would be a good structural part. But as you can see, there's lots of dents in the bed and stuff, but I'm not worried about the dents in the bed. It's not a show truck. I'm gonna try and make the outside as nice as possible, but the inside's gonna be rhino lined, and it's gonna have a tonneau cover on it of some sort. So, and it's gonna get used too. This isn't gonna be a pretty, never get used truck. I hope that he uses it to go get wood or go get stuff from Home Depot when he needs to, or whatever. Whatever he wants to do, I want him to be able to do with it and not have to worry about, oh, I don't want to get the first scratch on it, because it's a truck. It's a work truck. It's gonna be a nice work truck, but it's gonna be a work truck. But other than that, the bed's really in good shape. I'm really happy with how the bed is. It's very dirty. While I was beating on that part, all this dirt fell down, so get the vacuum, sweep up what I can, vacuum up what I can't, and then get to work. So that's what I'm going to start on now. I think first project, just because of how this is sitting, I think I'm going to go ahead and cut this panel out. I've got the replacement panel right there, and then there's the replacement corner right there. So I'm going to get this panel test fitted, and then go from there. I think I'm going to come up to Probably gonna come up to this body line right here. I think that's a good place to come to, and it's actually pretty big. It'll come all the way. I could make it come all the way down here, but I don't think I need to. I think I'm just gonna have it come right here, and then right here, because it comes all the way up to here. So just do from there to there. Replace all that metal right there. And then same thing on this one. The replacement panel that I have, as you can see, is gigantic. Comes all the way up to the wheel well, all the way up to here. But I think I'm only gonna do from there back, right there. There's no point in taking away extra metal that doesn't need to be taken away. That's just extra welding that needs to be done and more chance of warping. So I'm sure I'm gonna have warping because this is the first bit of body welding that I've ever done. And I know I'm gonna have issues, but I'm gonna do the best that I can, and hopefully it comes out good. So let's get to work. All right, so I got the bad piece of metal out. I also found the inner fender liner was also pretty rough, so I went ahead and cut that out. I didn't cut out the entire section that I'm gonna remove because I'm gonna tack in the new piece and then use a Fitzy cut and butt method to make sure that I get a good good gaps all the way around before I go cutting. So it's gonna end up coming all the way up to here, but I wanted to get the bulk of the bad stuff out of the way. That way I don't have to worry about it. But there's the inner part, so you can see all the holes in there. It's all paper thin and ready to get more holes in it. So I found a new panel for that. It's 45 bucks. So I'm just gonna get a new one of those on that side. The other side's fine, so I'm not worried about replacing that. This side of the bed was far worse than the other side in almost every way. I don't know if it's just how it was sitting or what, but yeah, definitely needs more work. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on doing the cut and butt on there and get this panel welded in. Alright, so I got it tacked in, or stitched in, not tacked in. I got a little hole right there that I gotta fill in. Had a couple holes, but I think it went way better than the floorboards. This one was one of these holes right here. So it didn't make it very easy. I probably should have done it a different way, but I don't really, I need to see if I can find some little pieces to put in those instead of trying to weld fill them all, because that's just going to be a mess. It's not going to look good. But that is all done. I got to do some shaping right here where it didn't quite line up right, and then same thing in there. But I think it's pretty good, especially for my first body panel. I think it's pretty alright. But I need to do it from the back side, I think. But I gotta strip the back side, and which I probably should have done before, but I didn't. So I'm gonna flap wheel the back side, see how it looks, and then probably weld it from the back side as well. But yeah, pretty happy with it.